Hello everyone, and welcome to Acupuncture Entertainment. Now as you can see, I'm in my medical library. Took a little break out to talk to you guys about acupuncture and yin and yang. Now I get this question a lot in my clinic. The Acupuncture is my life clinic. So I decided to do a video on it, and that is basically what is yin and yang. Now, when it comes to the theory of yin and yang is one of the most astounding theories known to man.
Yes! That's awesome!
Okay? Because yin and yang basically covers everything in existence. So I really can't do a 16-hour video on telling you what yin and yang is, so I'm gonna try and keep it short, hit it in layman's terms. Yin and yang is basically two opposites that complement each other. They cannot exist apart because when it comes to the human organism, the separation of yin and yang means death.
I'm dead!
And we don't want that. I mean, it eventually comes, but you want to live a harmonious life where you're comfortable, you're maximizing your potential and doing so much. But understanding yin and yang is extremely important because once you understand the theory of yin and yang, life becomes very basic. Even when you look at it in terms of your own health. Okay? Now, when I say yin and yang are two opposites that complement each other, they basically need each other. All right? And I'm sure many of you guys have seen the yin and yang symbol. So when I speak of opposites, I speak in terms of yang, let's say representing daytime, and yin representing nighttime. Now guess what? Let me ask you this question. Can you have daytime without nighttime? Or vice versa, can you have nighttime without daytime? No, you cannot. You cannot. They both need each other because during the day is the time of activity, which represents yang, because that's where qi comes from, which is synonymous with energy. But the day hours, let's say from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., those are the hours of yang. That's when you're getting everything done. You're doing what you do as to what represents you. But then now, let's say between the hours of 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. the next day, those are the hours of yin. And yin represents nighttime. Those are the hours where you're resetting, rejuvenating, detoxing while you sleep, while you're at rest. Okay, so you see the opposites in terms of day and night, but it can also fall in terms of active and rest. During the day, you're active. At night, you rest. It can fall in terms of during the day, it's bright. At night, it's shade, it's dark. Okay, you see the two opposites that represent yang and yin? But it needs each other. Because you can't always have brightness, and you can't always be active. You need to rest, and there has to be calm and darkness. Because when do you sleep best? You sleep best at night when it's dark, when it's cool. That's another example of yang and yin. Yang is hot. Yin is cold. So guess what? When you have yang and you have yin, both yin and yang must be in balance for there to be homeostasis. And when I say that, if yin and yang are in balance,
Awesome! Yes!
qi and blood is flowing throughout the body harmoniously. You're usually not sick. And if you do face an acute type of pathogen, your body's strong enough to fight it off. Your internal temperature is around 98.6 degrees, which is the normal internal temperature. Okay? That's one of the ways in which you know yin and yang are in balance. Okay? But now when they fall out of balance, remember what I said, yang is hot, yin is cold. Let's say yin becomes deficient. That's when you'll notice that you sweat a lot, whether it's spontaneous sweating during the day or night sweats at night. That's a sign to an acupuncturist that you're yin deficient because that cold is not equal to the heat to balance things out to equal warmth. Not too cold, not too hot. Now, guess what? Now that I spoke about yin, let's talk about yang. When yang becomes deficient, what are you? You guessed it. You're cold. Why? Because yin is cold, and there's not enough yang to balance it out to give you adequate enough heat where you're nice and warm. And those are the individuals that it could be 90 degrees outside, or you can have your heater up real high inside, and it's still cold. They just can't figure it out. They need like 3 or 4 blankets. To an acupuncturist, that person can be yang deficient. Okay? And it's our job to basically keep yin and yang in balance. So when a patient comes into us, that's just one of the ways in which we assess them. Now, there can be a deficiency of qi, essence, body fluids, other things as well. But I'm sticking with yin and yang for the purposes of this video. All right? But you see, now, yin and yang as a theory means a lot. Because superior, the skies, the sun, whatever, that's yang. The ground. Or better yet, let's look at it from an anatomical perspective. From the waist up is considered yang. From the waist down is considered yin. The front of your body is considered yin. The back of your body is considered yang. Now, that is very, very important from a therapeutic perspective. Because a lot of times, someone can become yang deficient because they're yin in the front of their body. Certain internal organs cannot nourish the body properly enough for yang to be effervescent, to be robust. So an acupuncturist can determine, okay, why is yang deficient? We would assess the yin aspect of your body as well as your yin organs, right? And if there's a deficiency in the yin aspect of your body or the yin internal organs, and you're getting confused, I'm sure, we would nourish those organs. Now, your yin organs are your lungs, your spleen, your heart, your kidneys, your pericardium, and your liver. Those are your yin organs. Those are nourishing organs. Those are organs that extract nutrients from the foods that you eat and spread it throughout the body so that you can be healthy. Now, your yang organs are the ones that remain hollow and basically do the extraction to feed the yin organs. Now, your yang organs are your large intestine, your stomach, they're your small intestine, your bladder, and your gallbladder. Remember those. Remember those. Because in the future, I'm going to be discussing certain diseases and how it ties into yin and yang, and which yin organs may be affected by certain diseases and which yang organs may be affected by certain diseases. So I really want you guys to remember what I'm saying. And whatever you don't, just go back and listen to it. And if you need a little help and you're in the kitchen or you're fixing your car, you're doing whatever, on this channel, I have acupuncture music. So you can click on the relative song, like The Power of Yin and Yang, Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, and Part 4. If you listen to all 4 parts of The Powers of Yin and Yang, you will understand yin and yang and its functions thoroughly. Now, I could go on telling you about how this theory is applicable to everything in existence, but being a board-certified doctor of acupuncture, I'm going to stick with your health, the anatomy, the human organism, because yin and yang is super important, all right? But keep in mind what it represents. Yin represents cold, yang hot, so it must be balanced to have that normal around 98.6 degree internal temperature. Qi and blood is flowing harmoniously. The body can heal itself, okay? So if you're facing night sweats, that means yin can be deficient. Or if you're cold all the time, that means yang can be deficient, all right? And also, why do we say yang represents the back of your body? Because that's where a lot of your energy comes from, okay? And that's the protective aspect of your body. Notice when danger is coming, what do you tend to do if you can't run away? You curl up and you let your yang protect you, because your yin is what nurtures you, so you want to protect it. It's part reason why you curl up. So you see, it's awesome, this theory. But as you continue to watch this channel, and I discuss certain diseases and so forth, and how it affects yin and yang, it will all begin to connect. But in the meantime, check out the Power of Yin and Yang Part 1, 2, 3, and 4 on this channel so you can better understand it while listening to some cool music. And you can go to acupuncturesmylife.com, subscribe to our newsletter to learn more about acupuncture and its awesome benefits. But until next time, acupuncture is my life. What's yours?